The wind moved gently through the tall oak trees. The moon barely showed through the leaves. An owl hooted far away, and then a single cry split the dark. It was a blood-curdling scream.
Help! Help! Help!
Through the darkness, each shout rose, the last one rawest, as if the night itself were a witness. Each help is a bit louder than the one before. In the distance, the lights from the farmhouse flickered, then went out, one by one. In the car, Lilia said,
"Did you hear that? Someone is calling for help."
"Shush, Lilia," Alan said. "Your imagination is always vivid in this kind of weather."
"But I heard it,"
she insisted.
"Look, the lights over there. Something is wrong there."
When he looked, Alan saw nothing but darkness. Exasperated, he stopped and looked in her direction. She was gazing intently toward the woods. Then, he saw the faintest glimmer of light. It went out immediately. What is going on? He asked himself, not ready to admit that he too had seen the suspicious light. He killed the engine and cut the headlights. After a few minutes, the house lights blinked back on, sketching the farmhouse against the field. Perhaps Lilia had truly seen and heard something. Alan was now at a loss. Should he call the police, or dare venture onto the property to investigate? He could put them both in danger if something sinister were going on. Truth is worth caution, he thought, not bravado. He knew what he had to do. He needed to call the authorities and tell them what they'd seen and heard. Then he and Lilia could be on their way. "Look, Lilia, I'm going to call the police and let them come out to see what is going on," he said. "Will that satisfy you?"
"I'm not sure,"
said Lilia.
"I just feel odd leaving without knowing what is happening."
The police station was quiet. One of the deputies was asleep at his desk, his head back and mouth open. The other was engrossed in a new crossword puzzle. The ringing of the telephone startled them both. They looked at each other as if to say, "What is that noise?" After the fourth ring, Sergeant Fuller picked up the receiver. "Sergeant Fuller speaking." "Sergeant Fuller, this is Alan Fish, spelled Fische. My wife and I are on Oswego Road, about 2 miles east of Burlington Crossing. We heard screams coming from the house on the north side of the road, and we saw the lights in the house going on and off. We are just passing through and did not want to be responsible for not making this report, just in case things are not well here." The sergeant had already jumped to his feet and was putting his hat on when Alan finished. He knew the house. "Thank you for calling, Mr. Fish. We'll get right on it. Joe, wake up. Something is happening at the Grahams. This person claims to have heard screams and seen the lights flickering. He says he heard it from the road." "Frank," Joe said, "how could he have heard screams on the road? That house sits almost a mile back." Sergeant Fuller stopped short. He had not requested a phone number from the caller, so it was too late for a callback. Now his best bet is to hurry to Oswego Road and try to intercept the caller. Sergeant Joe Blackwell was also on his feet, wide awake now. Mrs. Graham was his sister. By the time Sergeant Fuller arrived at the car, Sergeant Blackwell had started the car and was already on the gas pedal. It was only 2 miles to Oswego Road. They made it in 2 minutes flat. Making a right turn onto Oswego Road, they both started searching the highway for headlights. When they saw none, a feeling of dread came over both. "How could this Fish feller get out of here so fast, Joe?" "He couldn't," Joe replied. "He must have gone the other way." "Why would he do that?" asked Frank. "He couldn't know which way we were coming from unless he's from around here, and I don't know that name." "Right," said Joe. "You are so right." On the road to the Graham house, they made a left turn onto the long private road. Out of the corner of his eye, Sergeant Fuller detected a slight movement. "Wait, Joe, hold up a sec." Joe slammed on the brakes. "Back up a minute." Joe put the car in reverse, asking no questions. "There, do you see that?" "What?" Joe asked. "That car there. Must be the folks that called." Joe stopped the car. "You go ahead, Frank. I'll wait for you here."